Welcome back to the Beecommercer Daily Buzz. It is Tuesday, July 21st, 2026.
Today's theme is clear. Marketing platforms are becoming operating systems.
Google is bringing local lead generation into the same interface as search, performance max, and conversion measurement.
AI assistants are being connected to analytics, content systems, and customer data through MCP.
And shopping agents are completing more research before a customer ever arrives at the website.
Automation can simplify execution, but it can also erase historical data, flatten important business differences, and make generic decisions when the underlying systems are not connected properly.
The next advantage is not another dashboard.
It is making the right data, content, and business rules available when a platform or AI agent needs to act.
Let's get into it.
Our big story today is Google's plan to move local services ads into Google Ads.
The migration is expected to begin with a limited group of U.S. advertisers in August 2026 and expand to more accounts through 2027.
The migrated campaigns will appear inside Google Ads as Performance Max campaigns designed around pay-per-lead goals.
The Performance Max name may suggest broader placement, but these campaigns will retain the existing local services reach.
They will remain keyword lists, appear only on search and maps, and charge advertisers for valid calls, messages, and bookings rather than clicks.
So the largest change is operational.
Campaign management and lead responses will move into Google Ads, while the separate local services ads dashboard will eventually disappear.
Average weekly budgets will become average daily budgets.
Manual bidding and service category target CPA settings will also be removed.
Instead, Google will calculate one campaign-level target CPA across all the services included in that campaign.
That may be convenient when those services have similar lead values.
But it becomes more complicated when the economics are very different. A contractor may be willing to pay much more for a new HVAC installation lead than for a small repair request.
Businesses may need to separate those services into different campaigns to preserve bidding control.
But splitting campaigns also divides the conversion data Google uses for optimization.
That creates a real trade-off between control and data density.
Historical reporting creates an immediate risk.
Lead histories will transfer, but historical reports will not. Once the old local services ads dashboard disappears, agencies and businesses may lose access to previous reporting.
Anyone relying on year-over-year comparisons should export the data before migration.
Google Business Profile will also become a more important source of operational truth.
Business names, physical addresses, and standard opening hours will sync from the profile.
Significant changes could trigger a verification review and temporarily pause the campaign.
This shows how local listings, advertising, business identity, and lead management are becoming one connected Google system.
The operator takeaway is to treat this migration as a data and account architecture project, not a cosmetic interface update.
Export historical reports, compare the value of each service category, review transferred budgets and bidding targets, and verify locations, schedules, phone routing, photos, and callouts.
Now let's move to the intent gap after the click.
AI assistants are handling more product research, comparison, and evaluation before customers arrive at a retailer.
That means visitors can reach the same website in very different decision states.
One person may still be discovering the category.
Another may have already compared two products through ChatGPT and only needs reassurance.
A loyal customer may simply want the fastest possible way to reorder.
Yet many websites provide almost the same product, cart, checkout, and confirmation experience to all three.
Traffic source no longer explains the whole customer state.
Two visitors from the same channel may arrive with very different levels of certainty, urgency, and product knowledge.
The site should use available context within appropriate privacy and consent limits to decide whether the customer needs education, comparison, reassurance, cross-selling, or speed.
Agentic commerce makes this even more important.
Software agents are beginning to move from advising customers to initiating and completing transactions within defined constraints.
That requires machine-readable product data, but also reliable payment identity, authentication, consent, and transaction records.
A human shopper may recover from a confusing page or retry a failed payment.
An autonomous transaction chain may simply terminate when one step fails.
Merchants, therefore, need systems that can recognize authorized agents, verify user intent, enforce spending limits, and preserve a traceable record of what was approved.
The goal is to optimize for decision state, not only acquisition source.
Now let's look at MCP and connected AI.
The Model Context Protocol can connect an AI assistant with the systems where where the company's live data already exists.
Instead of offering generic recommendations, the assistant can query analytics, search visibility, a CMS, CRM information, or internal documents.
For marketers, the best starting point is not connecting every tool. It is connecting the small number of systems that turn a plausible answer into an actionable one.
Search and AI visibility data can show where competitors appear instead of the brand.
Web analytics can connect visibility with actual demand and behavior.
The CMS can help identify and update pages.
The CRM and customer data can show whether that visibility attracts valuable users.
A connected assistant could identify a content gap, draft a brief, and flag which existing pages need attention.
But connected systems also need governance.
Access should be scoped carefully, sensitive sources should remain protected, and read-only permissions are a sensible starting point.
Someone also needs to own data freshness.
AI-generated recommendations should remain informed drafts, not become final decisions simply because they reference live data.
The same principle applies to conversion measurement.
Google Tag Manager is testing a guided setup for Google Ads purchase conversions.
The system can automatically create tags, triggers, and variables, reducing the technical barrier to implementation.
But guided setup does not remove the need for verification.
Advertisers still need to confirm that the purchase event fires once, records the correct value and currency, excludes test orders, and matches the transaction data used by the e-commerce platform and finance team.
Automated bidding becomes more dependent on accurate conversion signals as platforms gain more freedom.
An easier setup is useful. An easier incorrect setup is still incorrect.
Connected data cannot replace creative judgment.
Dashboards can explain what happened, but optimizing every creative decision around immediate performance can make all advertising look the same.
Efficient hooks may produce short-term results while building very little brand equity.
The strongest operating system combines data with human judgment.
Data helps teams understand the market and measure outcomes.
Creative leadership decides which customer tension, emotional truth, or distinctive idea deserves to enter the market.
Now let's cover 3 developments in search, creative, and planning.
First, SEO is moving from isolated pages to topical ecosystems.
Search visibility increasingly depends on connected networks of informational, commercial, and transactional content. Technical accessibility, page quality, internal links, backlinks, and meta descriptions still matter.
But they work better when the website explains the relationships between customer questions rather than publishing a thin page for every keyword variation.
Meta descriptions still matter on high-value product, category, pricing, and landing pages.
Google may rewrite the snippet, but a clear description can still help humans and machines understand what the page contributes.
The practical approach is not choosing between traditional SEO and GEO.
Use technical SEO to make the website accessible, topical ecosystems to demonstrate depth, and clear page summaries to explain each URL's purpose.
Second, creator-led storytelling works best when it feels native rather than adapted.
Cathay Pacific's recent TikTok campaign uses nano creators and real passengers sharing first-person stories through familiar social formats.
This doesn't mean copying a generic user-generated content template.
It means understanding how people naturally tell stories on the platform and giving them something emotionally specific to communicate.
The strongest creator stories often begin with a real customer experience, the moment a product solved a problem, changed a routine, created surprise, or challenged an assumption.
Creators should be interpreters of the customer experience, not interchangeable media placements.
Third, marketing budgets may rise, but bigger budgets will not automatically create better systems.
More spending on AI, answer engine optimization, commerce media, and planning tools can help. But overlapping subscriptions, integration complexity, and technical debt can absorb the additional budget without improving the customer experience.
AI has lowered the barrier to producing research, plans, campaigns, branding, and content.
It has not lowered the barrier to building a differentiated, useful, and durable business.
The next budgeting cycle should fund capabilities that connect directly to business outcomes.
Better data, stronger customer understanding, creative differentiation, and reliable commerce execution matter more than adding another disconnected tool.
Before we wrap up, let's look at the larger lesson.
Today's stories all promise a shorter distance between information and action.
A local services lead can move directly into Google Ads Lead Manager.
An AI assistant can inspect live search data and draft the next content brief.
A shopping agent can compare products and initiate payment.
A creator can transform a personal experience into demand without passing through a conventional brand advertisement.
But every shortened journey also removes removes a checkpoint.
Historical reports can disappear during migration.
One campaign-level target can hide differences in lead value.
Connected AI can act on stale or over-permission data.
Guided tracking can still record the wrong transaction value.
A shopping agent can fail when authentication or consent is unclear.
A dashboard can optimize creative until the brand becomes invisible inside its own campaign.
That's why the future marketing stack should not be evaluated only by how much it automates.
It should be evaluated by whether it preserves context.
Does the system understand which lead is valuable?
Does it know why the customer arrived?
Can it distinguish discovery from purchase readiness?
Can it use company data without exposing more than necessary?
Can it measure transactions accurately?
And can the creative still make someone feel something?
Platforms can handle more execution, and AI can handle more analysis, but businesses still need people to define value, protect customers, interpret uncertainty, and decide which risks are worth taking.
The winners will not be the teams with the most automation.
They will be the teams whose automation understands the business.
That's all.